this. There is not a single speaker on this stage who gets a standing ovation or entry and exit. But we're not done yet. There have been so many references to Ye Dil Mange More. There was Vikram Batra, the legend, whom I had the honor to meet. And then there is the Bollywood legend who essayed him. And I could think of no better person than my next speaker, my next honored guest, to felicitate, to honor our soldiers from the army today than, any guesses? Put your hands together for Bollywood's Sher Shah, Sidharth Malhotra. Thank you. Look at this moment. Before I give you the mic, I'm going to ask you to do the honors. And first to Colonel Upreti, who's on that side. May I ask the audience to sit down now? You can. I know you're very excited.
Yes, ma'am, of course.
Ma'am has been saying Ye Dil Mange More all.
Yes, I was just saying to sir that Ye Dil Mange More.
जी आपके दिल ने मांगा और हम आ गए यहाँ पे. It's an honor, ma'am. Thank you so much for your service.
Who commands a regiment, in fact.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the honor. Thank you.
I want to say here, everyone can have a mic. If we can just have everybody up here, ma'am, please. Please, can we have, this is a moment for the albums, as they say. If I may ask all of you to give these brilliant three people on stage a big round of applause. Louder. Come on, show some love here. And may I ask you to say a few words in their honor. They have been in frontline positions in Operation Sindoor, both of them. And we've been hearing from them, and I want you to say a few.
Of course. Well, I'm very, very excited to be here sharing stage with two amazing soldiers where we, as actors, always portray the stories that we hear, ma'am. I think thanks to you, we get to play characters which are truly inspiring and heroic. Captain Vikram Batra is one such example that I was very, very fortunate enough to play. And today to share stage with you and be here with actual real-life soldiers and heroes is an honor. And all thanks to Barkha, who's curated such an event where we can honor our soldiers. And if I may say, women soldiers, which kind of defines that courage and valor has no gender. And India is finally, I feel, fighting with its full capacity and capability, having women leading from the front. And we're so fortunate and really proud of our armed forces. Thank you so much, ma'am. Jai Hind.
Well, can I hear it from you all? How's the Josh?
Hi, sir.
Louder. How's the Josh? How's the Josh? Jai Hind. Thank you.
All right. Can we please show some love to Sidharth Malhotra? You know, he's so kind. I called him and I said, I can think of nobody better to felicitate our soldiers than you. And he didn't even blink a second. He's just become a dad. He's a new dad. And even then, a girl dad also. And even then he agreed. And I want you to just, on my behalf, show him a lot of love before I get started in the conversation.
Thank you.
Sidharth, thank you so much. You know, we were talking so much about Vikram Batra before you came on stage. The officers kept mentioning Ye Dil Mange More, and I kept remembering my time as a young reporter in Kargil, having the privilege to interview Vikram, to meet him, to get those words on camera, Ye Dil Mange More. And you have done not just Sher Shah, but so many movies which have been about the representation of the armed forces. Yodha, you know, to talk about another film. And of course, Shersha is a national award-winning film. I want you to talk a little bit about being a Delhi boy, the son of a merchant navy officer. I think maybe with some romance around the armed forces, maybe wanted to thought of joining the military. That's what some articles say. Tell us, like, when were you drawn to the uniform?
Yes, so I grew up in Delhi, and my grandfather was in the army.
I see. Yes.
And growing up, even my dad used to tell me stories that my dadu always told him to कि वो exam देना है कि नहीं देना है, do you want to try it? And my father and my father's brother went into the merchant navy, which in that time, which was actually even Vikram Batra's dilemma, which we used in the film.
Yes.
So maybe it was a culture for all the armed forces kids. So we also I always saw uniform at home. Obviously, my dadu passed away when I was really young, but we have those trunks, his uniform and the stories.
Those trunks are so fauji.
Correct.
Those
correct.
silver
Full
trunks
fauji,
with those
correct.
handle on the side.
उनमें उनका नाम लिखा हुआ है SK Malhotra with that paint. So
और मैंने घरों में देखा है in middle class homes, people would sometimes double them up as little tables or chairs. They would put a tablecloth over them and sit on them.
Well, my dadi would not allow that, so she kept it really nicely and all his stuff in it.
Right.
But yes, so we've all seen that growing up. And we had that reference of, अच्छा यार, uniform क्या होती है? अरे, this is what a uniform means, and it's service. So I was fortunate enough to experience that. For us, seeing the 26 January parade was very close to home, and we would, come outside and try to see all the helicopters pass by or the planes pass by, and actually meant a lot to us. We were very excited. So I think that's what trickles in my movies and the choices. Of course,
and so many different roles connected to the armed forces, if you think about it.
No,
or the uniform in some way.
Whether it's Mission Majnu, which is about the RAW, or whether it's Shersha, whether it's Yodha, all have had inspiring characters who've served for the nation. I feel actually any of the freedom that we enjoy here today is all thanks to somebody is standing guard in a uniform.
Yeah.
So we have to, I think, as much as we can appreciate, and that's why when Barkha called me, all you did is message me that it's for the armed forces.
Very kind, and
I said we have to be here.
No, you were absolutely wonderful, and I have to thank you again. How did you then end up here instead of in the armed forces? You're a rank outsider. There are only a couple of more people who have that trajectory, or Shah Rukh Khan and Akshay Kumar, Sidharth Malhotra. Nothing, no prior connection to the movies at all. You could have been a Fauji, and here you are being a hot superstar.
Yes, actually, my father and I discussed it very early on. He said, what do you want to do with your life?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you want to go into the service? And very early in my teen years, I faced the small camera, which was pictures in that time, and little bit of that performance aspect, or just being in front on stage. And giving different emotions started off. But the journey took many, many years. I was 21, 22 when I came, thinking that I had bagged a film in Hindi cinema. At that time, 1 year go on, that film never took off.
Yeah.
Then it goes into the process of what to do in Bombay. It is a challenging city. Anybody who's come from the outside here, it takes a while. Takes a toll to...
and if you come from Delhi, it's very different. I'm a Delhi wali, so...
Takes a while to stand your ground here, to share. I was fortunate enough to have many friends who I could share one bedrooms and live in. And
so you did like the whole PG thing? Like
the whole,
really?
the whole hall. I actually first came in and stayed in the production house, and the director that kind of signed me in their editing studio, because that was the only one which had... a massive sofa that I could sleep on. So at night, they put me there for like a week. And in the day, they used to edit, so I had to be out of the room. And in the night, I used to be there till we found like a bedroom to share with other actors. And then it took about 5 to 6 years.
So through years of struggling.
Yeah, definitely. I think more than struggle, it's being extremely lost as to if the reason you came here did not work out. For whatever reason, the producers could not make that film. It took me 5 more years to reach Student of the Year. I was fortunate enough to have an opportunity, obviously, like a massive film and a big director to launch me like Mr. Karan Johar. But the years before that, I feel whether it's assistant direction, whether it's being lost in Mumbai.
So hold that thought. I don't know how many of you know Siddharth actually started off as an AD, an assistant director on set, and then here he is.
Yes.
And
that's actually my Fauji upbringing. Ki beta jisme ja rahe ho, usko tumhe pata hai uske bare mein, how does camera work, how does a set function. So that was
so now
me
you know.
training.
Could you be behind the camera as well?
I could be. I love the process. I love the
Yeah.
process of writing, planning, imagining something on paper and giving it visuals, editing it and presenting it. In a film like Shersha, we learned so much about edits. Like we had so much to talk about Captain Vikram Batra's life. And I kept telling the family that unfortunately, uncle, auntie, we can't put everything else. There is only 2 hours we have,
Yeah.
and एक format है pictures का,
Yeah.
उनको इतने में ही देखना है. And then we understood that how we could, the story of the narrative could be impactful despite showing certain snippets
Yeah.
of someone's life. So I enjoyed that. That was me learning as a filmmaker, as an actor. And till date, the dream carries on to do bigger and better things.
Before your big breaks came, did you ever think, oh my God, what have I done? Let me just pack my bags and go back home?
Lots, yeah. As I said, the film that I came in for, there was so much promised. Being again from a merchant navy background or an army background, they were very particular as to kahan ja rahe ho beta. Show us some paperwork. So we did everything. It was on paper. Okay, I'm going to do this film. This is the money that we might get. And I spent a year in that, just waiting, training, practicing, doing workshops. But then one day they say कि नहीं यार फलाने कोई और actor बना रहे हैं, ये पैसा हमारे पास नहीं है, this film will not be made. So there is that thing कि अच्छा ऐसा भी होता है life में, that somebody promises you something on paper and for whatever reason it doesn't work out. So I was just lost. I had no other thing to tell my
So
parents.
what kept you going?
I think it was just a rickshaw ride with a friend of mine in Bombay, which was that he told me कि यार ये एक्टर ना ऐसे पढ़ता है स्क्रिप्ट या उनको लाइंस करनी होती है असिस्टेंट डायरेक्टर के साथ. तो मैंने बोला यार तेको कैसे पता, हाउ डू यू नो? He's like, मैं था ना, I was an assistant on that film. That's the first time I remember very clearly that I understood what an assistant director is. And I somehow, it was a calling that I feel like, okay, let me try this so I could learn filmmaking. I even went through a phase that maybe I'll write something and make a film.
Yeah.
In that phase, because all of us in our early 20s think that we can do anything and everything.
Yeah. Now, from struggle to stardom, my question is this. How do you remain real? You came from a non-filmy background. You came from Delhi. Your father was in the merchant navy. Your grandfather was a Fauji. You had a regular upbringing, right? When you have so much fame and wealth, how do you stop it from like completely transforming you? What do you do? Keep parts of your life real?
I think that credit goes to my family, my parents, my father, who's a massive influence, and how he keeps it. He's a straight arrow.
What did he feel about you joining movies?
He was a bit skeptical, but when he saw that, in the 20s, I'm so passionate about it, and genuinely there was an offer to come to Mumbai. I would have never come to Mumbai if I didn't have that film that never worked out.
Yeah.
So that's how destiny also functions.
Yeah.
So then he gave it, ki chalo theek hai. You have like a year, and that year became 5 years. Then to struggle, and of course my mother as well, who was very nervously calling me every evening, used to just chat ki khana khaya, ye mila, ye nahi hua.
Yeah.
And then I think when I became an assistant director, there was a little more structure to the struggle and madness, and at least you were gaining some kind of experience, and that kept me going. And today also, I think I'm fortunate enough to marry Kiara, who also comes from a non-film background.
Yeah. You can clap for Kiara.
So that makes life easy to keep it really real and cultured, like how we grew up. So I think it is a part of our profession. We don't need to bring it to our home. The amazing characters we get to play and stories we get
Like,
to tell.
what's the most normal thing you two do?
Everything. Nothing. Ghar mein, like we would give our little one a massage. Abhi subah. That's our routine.
Yeah.
Waking up with her, stretching. Life has definitely changed for the better since I've become a dad and a girl dad.
Yeah.
And she's the best phase right now. And I think
you just gave us her name, Sayara.
Yes, Saraya. We just give her that name.
Yeah.
And I think I've never lost so many arguments to somebody who can't speak. So anything.
So what
she's
does
just
Saraya
looking,
mean?
Saraya is God's princess of God. It's not in Hindi, of course.
Yeah.
It's a exotic name that comes from the Eastern. It's actually Hebrew name that comes.
And all we saw on your Instagram page were 2 pairs of, a pair of baby socks.
Yes. So we filled it finally. That's how we announced it. We wanted to round it off. And life is just amazing with there. And I realized that I'm no longer the hero of the house. She's the superstar.
How old is she now?
She's not for 4 months.
4 months.
4 months. So she's
But you
the
took your
superstar.
time in naming her, or you took your time in telling us that she's Saraya?
We were thinking like whether we announce it or not, because trying to be कि हर घर में announce करने की जरूरत नहीं होती है.
Right.
But then we realized, then we कि चलो ठीक है, we'll make it official and announce her name.
So are you hands-on dad?
Yes, I was. I mean, you should ask my wife that. But talking about our routine, that yes, when I see her, my daughter being the superstar, my wife being the superhero, the process of just seeing her through pregnancy and birth is an eye-opening experience for me. That men always talk about courage and grit and strength, but women actually demonstrated when they become mothers. I've seen her during pregnancy go through hormonal changes, physical changes, and now she's being a true superhero, taking care of Saraya. And I'm contributing a little bit with changing diapers and clicking pictures or just trying to keep a happy environment. But she's
But is
a
there a
superhero and
generational
superstar.
change in how dads are now in your generation, you think? Do you have an idea of what kind of dad you'd like to be?
I didn't. I think I'm just improvising in the role as much as I can at present. But yes, that there's so much information.
Yeah.
And I feel we have a better work-life balance, or at least the intent to do that is there. Maybe my father was not so involved intricately at that time growing up, and we want to be a part of this process. So there's a shift and change in that. But that's for the better. I also feel like today's event kind of shows me that being a girl dad, that tomorrow my daughter could pick any profession that she wants in India.
Yeah.
So that gives me a sense of pride and comfort that, beta, whatever you want to do, there are no no's or do's and don'ts anymore. I think the lines are very blurred.
Yeah. Before I take a few questions from the audience, I have one thought when I was hearing you speak. Sometimes fathers are the softer parents. Do you think that you will be the sterner parent, or Kiara will be the sterner parent? And fathers with daughters are a whole different thing.
Yeah. No, it's funny. We did. Kiara was asking me the other day, what
Just
will happen.
hold up the mic.
Kiara was asking me the other day as to what will happen. What will you be like when she's in her teenage?
Yeah.
And she
Will you be
wants
one
to
of those
get out.
overprotective dads?
So I thought about it, and I feel I think that all depends on the journey that I have with my daughter, or the relationship I have, or the culture and sense that I inculcate from now onwards till that age.
Yeah.
So when I know that she can gauge what is right and wrong, I think that's my victory, or that's my contribution to her life. And then if I have utmost confidence in her decision making and gauging someone or gauging a situation, then I'm at peace. Because I think you can't be overprotective. You have to let them learn from their own mistakes, hopefully reduce them. So I think my homework, or I keep telling her, I said, our work starts now till that she's a teenage, to inculcate as much sense, instincts, I feel culture or knowledge, that she be capable to come outside in public and deal with people or friends or anything that she kind of faces.
Well, the world is going to be her oyster, and that's the beauty of it. Guys, we have time for a few questions. I know I saw a lot of hands go up. Okay, here in the second row. Let's get you a mic. There's a mic behind you. Yeah.
Hello, sir. My name is Priya, and I'm a Keralite. And sir, you are the Tom Cruise of Bollywood.
We can clap for that.
That's
So, sir,
Once again, how do you like that compliment?
well. I think that's a very tall order to fill, but it's a lovely compliment. Thank you so much. Hopefully, I live up to it.
So, sir, being a Keralite, recently I saw your movie Param Sundari.
Yes.
I saw you were playing with elephants, talking Malayalam, making uppams, and climbing coconut trees. So, which was your best experience in Kerala?
Wow. Yes, Param Sundari, I was playing a typical North Indian boy going to Kerala and experiencing that city and amazing scenic views that Kerala comes with. So it was generally my first time living and staying there. And it's got the most lovely outdoors. I think people living in Kerala are very lucky to have that amazing outdoor experience. Just 1 hour away, you have a river flowing, and and I was just reacting as my character. Whether it's seeing an elderly person climb trees a coconut tree very casually.
Did you climb one?
We did. We
Like
practiced
actually
it once.
for real? Or
We
just
tried
enact?
that. Yes.
Yeah.
On the first day when I
Yeah.
saw an elderly, like a 60-year-old man climb up with just a piece of cloth around his foot and arm, उस पे जाके चढ़ते थे. I tried it and I couldn't manage. I took many minutes to reach where he could reach in 1 minute. But it was a lovely experience shooting in Kerala. I think I could barely speak the language, just like my character. So I was pretending. And I'm glad that I got to see a city or a state with such immense respect for culture, respect for their nature that they surround. And I found it the cleanest. And we tried some amazing things, which is that Nendran banana.
Appam, kunni appam.
Yes, I think so many amazing cuisines. It was the best experience.
Thank you,
Can
sir.
I ask you, since he could barely speak the language, you want to say something to him and then translate it or make him guess?
Okay.
Try. Say
Yeah.
something nice, but okay.
ഞാൻ നിനക്ക് സ്നേഹിക്കണം.
Sorry? That's what my character did. So I'm still in Param character.
Okay.
इसका मतलब क्या है?
I love you.
Oh!
I think we can, for that we can get you up. Abhi,
Yeah.
I love you भी बोल दिया, Tom Cruise भी बोल दिया. You deserve a hug.
So
Come
sweet.
fast.
That was a
Come
clever
fast.
Very
Abhi,
lovely.
these compliments
Yes.
deserve one little
Yes.
hug, right?
Aye.
One
Aye.
little hug. Oh, okay.
You can,
Where are the awards?
for this lovely,
Say, Siddharth, bring her up here.
come, we'll keep selfie also. And
Oh my God.
I love you too. हम भी आपसे बहुत प्यार करते हैं. Thank you so much.
So I
Aye.
was crazy for Tom Cruise. I used to collect his photos.
But now,
But now when I saw you and the resemblance, so someone अपने मुंबई में है.
वाह, क्या बात है.
now
अभी
you have
आपको
a
realize
desi
हुआ.
Tom Cruise and you've told him you love him. He's told you he loves you. Bas.
बस.
Kiara is there.
Kiara is
बस,
there.
कियारा.
Small problem.
अभी आपने याद दिलाई उसकी बात, मैं भूल ही गया था मैं.
Thank you.
So sweet.
Thank you.
Come on, your phone.
You want a selfie?
Of
Okay,
course,
she's
of
the
course.
lucky one. She showed initiative. She wasn't shy also. She said, I love you. So
I
remember,
know.
if you feel something,
I loved it. I could
Yeah.
come. Yeah.
Best day of my life.
So sweet.
Ah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, one more question. And everybody's not getting lucky. Everybody's not getting lucky. I'll give the lady here a question. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, there's the mic. Yeah. Yeah.
So Siddharth, you are a Delhi boy and
Ji.
now you are in Mumbai.
हाँ जी.
I'm in a profession where I keep traveling to Delhi
अच्छा.
and Delhi people feel Delhi is the best. Now, now being
Okay,
here,
everybody quieten down, please.
being here and this as your professional, battlefield, I would say. What's your opinion now? You love Mumbai more or Delhi?
ये देखो.
Oh,
This is the toughest question. Well,
this is a dangerous question.
I know. जैसे आपने
This is
कहा.
a dangerous question. There's no good answer to this question.
Mumbai is my Karam Bhumi and Delhi is my Janam Bhumi. तो उन दोनों के बीच में आप बिल्कुल नहीं चूज कर सकते कि कौन सा बेहतर है. एक जर्नी थी.
नहीं, एक बोलना पड़ेगा.
जी बिल्कुल नहीं. तब मेरी जर्नी वहां पे थी दिल्ली में. आज तो मैं डेफिनेटली मुंबई बोलूंगा जो मेरी करम भूमि है, जहां पे मेरे को काम मिला है. I've built a family and today my daughter is born in Mumbai. So I think maybe I'm slightly inclined, but I cannot deny that I'm a Delhi boy at heart. So a mix of both.
She's so happy. Okay, okay. All right. One last question. Somebody who... No?
Okay.
Okay, there. Stand up. Stand up and hold the mic a little close so our cameras can pick it up, guys. Ma'am, please sit. Yes.
Hello, Siddharth sir.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
Very good.
सर मुझे आपको ये पूछना है कि जब आप मुंबई में आए, जॉब मतलब जो भी आपका काम चल रहा था, तो आफ्टर दैट अभी जब उतार चढ़ाव तो आते हैं हर इंसान के लाइफ में, आपके भी आए होंगे, तो एक ऐसा दिल्ली का स्लैंग जो आप मन में बहुत बार बोलते थे, वो एक बार बोल दीजिए प्लीज.
दिल्ली का स्लैंग देखो. दिल्ली के जितने भी स्लैंग है आप मन में बोल सकते हो. यहाँ पे स्टेज पे नहीं बोल सकते. क्योंकि मैं भी एक पंजाबी घर में पैदा हुआ हूँ. वहां पे थोड़े बहुत स्लैंग्स वो यहाँ पे
वो
भी
नहीं, please.
हाँ भी
One, only one.
Family channel, no abuses, huh? Please, please.
I think जब भी कुछ जब आप निराश होते हो, कोई चीज नहीं हो, being persistent कि नहीं यार करना ही है, दिल्ली वाले थोड़े ढीठ भी होते हैं.
Yes.
और वही ढीठपना आई थिंक मुझे यहाँ पे लेके आया है, क्योंकि अगर मैं हर ऑडिशन या हर पिक्चर पे ऐसे करता कि शुरुआत में कि सर मैं ही हूँ और ये चलनी चाहिए या ये ऑडिशन मुझे मिलना चाहिए, तो जब पहला ऑडिशन, दूसरा ऑडिशन या 10वां ऑडिशन नहीं मिलता तो आई वुड हैव गिवन अप. जो वो दिल्ली का ढीठपना है, जो थोड़ा बीप बीप करके हम बोल के आगे बढ़ते हैं कि चल यार
कोई ना.
तो वो एक एटीट्यूड है, या वो मैं कहूंगा एक कहावत मेरे हमेशा जहन में चलती रहती थी. And that is what has brought me to this stage here.
So what next?
What next? I'm shooting a film called One,
Yes.
which is a different genre completely. It's a folk thriller that I'm shooting presently. It's got me and Tamanna Bhatia and
Wow.
various other casts. So shooting that and coming out next year very soon to show it to you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So now we have a very special moment on this stage, just like you honored our soldiers, we would like to honor you. And I want to bring up two very, very special guests. How many of you know? We know that the Indian women's cricket team won the World Cup. Wait. And you will be, if you're here tonight, Harmanpreet will be here. But the Indian blind women's cricket team also won the World Cup.
Wow.
And I want to welcome on stage Deepika, the captain of that team, and Simu, one of the star players. Hi. Hello. And
Congratulations, guys.
they brought their trophy up. Hi, man. Hi. Come here.
Come.
Okay.
आइए.
They want me to hold the trophy. Okay, Siddharth is going to, no, that's their trophy. You're getting your own. They have brought up their World Cup trophy to show you, right?
Amazing. Congratulations. बहुत मुबारक हो. आप लोग वर्ल्ड कप जीते हैं इसमें.
आप कुछ
इतनी
बोलना
मेहनत से.
चाहेंगे before you award Siddharth? क्या बोलना है? नहीं.
आपने क्रिकेट खेलना कब शुरू किया?
Started 2019.
2019.
How
अरे
old
वाह.
were you then?
23.
Now.
Yeah.
And then?
Then 16.
16. Wow. और
And
आपके
what
लिए?
about you?
I have started in the year 2022.
अच्छा 2 साल, अभी 3 साल पहले.
अच्छा मुझे एक चीज पूछनी है before I ask you to award Siddharth. जब आप वर्ल्ड कप जीते तो आपने एक बात कही. आपने कहा कि जैसे आप विमेंस क्रिकेट टीम को सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, हमें भी वैसे सेलिब्रेट करें, है ना? तो उस पे आप हमारे ऑडियंस को क्या बोलना चाहेंगी?
हम किसी को देखकर हमने सीखा, वो ही हम और लोगों को दिखाया.
वाह.
आप प्रधानमंत्री से भी मिले क्या? आपने तो गाना भी गाया उनके लिए.
Yes.
Can you sing that for Siddharth?
Okay.
Can you?
कौन सा गाना गाया प्लीज? गुनगुनाए
मैं
थोड़ा.
आऊं यहाँ पे.
मैं आया आपके से कोई.
गाओ.
ईश्वर song.
थोड़ा सा
ईश्वर
ऊंचा.
song.
Which one? थोड़ा सा एक लाइन बताइए.
Yeah. भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो. भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो. भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो. गंगाधर शंकर करुणाकरा. मामव भवसागर तारक. भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो.
अरे वाह 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 वाह. अब बिग राउंड. आप तो क्रिकेट खेलने के साथ इतनी आपकी खूबसूरत आवाज भी है, बट congratulations, thank you so much for playing the sport that you love. and उसमें आप कुछ अवार्ड जीते, आप मैच जीते हैं, आप वर्ल्ड कप जीते हैं, उसके लिए बहुत बहुत मुबारक हैं.
Now I'm
thank
going to
you.
request them to give you the award, which I thought would be a very different kind of award for you to receive. You get so
Yes.
many glitzy film awards, but this one is from us and from
Absolutely.
the champions who have just returned from the World Cup, now honoring Sidharth Malhotra. May I ask you to give this? Yes. To Sidharth.
Thank you.
Can we have a round of applause for everybody on stage? Louder, 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 and show them some love. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Truly, truly special.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
You'll take them downstage? Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's have a big round of applause for Sidharth Malhotra.
Thank you, everyone. This has been special, and Barkha, this is an amazing event. I was so happy I made
Thank
it
you
here.
for making the time.
Lots of love, guys. Cheers. Have a great day.
Thank you. Yeah, just. Okay, may I ask you all to take your seats? I know some very emotional, fun moments on stage, but there's been so much conversation about motherhood, families, parenting. How do you find the balance? What happens? We spoke to a new father. What about somebody who's a new mom? How does life change? How do you balance your wellness, your health, your peace of mind, your ambitions, your dreams? Before I introduce our next two speakers, anybody here who's a new mom? Anybody here who is or knows somebody who's a new mom? Well, all of you have gone through that journey in your own way, and you know what its trials, tribulations, and triumphs are. I have two very, very special guests whom I'm about to introduce, who are about to walk through the door. Our first speaker is somebody who's a woman of many avatars. She is somebody who's had her own Netflix show. She's an entrepreneur. She's a designer and stylist. She is also now a new mom. Can we please put our hands together for Masaba Gupta? Hello, thank you, thank you. You did make it. Can we have a round of applause for Masaba? Thank you. Yeah. And with her in conversation, I need another mic on stage, please. With her in conversation is India's finest doctor, gentlest man, and actually somebody who captures the spirit of this festival, men who champion for women. Dr. Nozer Shariar. Can we please welcome him on stage? Show him some love, guys. Hello and welcome back. Please have a seat. Can I have a mic? Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
So,
Hi, Barkha. Good afternoon.
hi. Is it a lot of sleepless nights still?
No, I'm sleeping a lot. I sleep like 10 hours sometimes. Guys, I've hacked it. I've hacked it. It's
You
taken
have?
me 14 months, but I've hacked it. I've
Okay,
hacked
what's
to
the
sleep.
trick? Do share.
The trick is call Dr. Nozer before shit hits the fan. Less guilt, hopefully. Train yourself to have less guilt, and also figure what works for you. Yeah.
You know, we had soldiers of the army here an hour ago, and one of them has a 4-year-old child. And I asked her, I said, do you grapple with the much quoted mom's guilt? And she said, no, I have trained my mind not to, because I am going to be that role model for my child. So I want to know, what is this mom's guilt? How do you battle it? And what's the formula to hack it?
You know, as I was leaving the house this morning, because I fly to the US tonight, so I was thinking, oh, let me count my hours in the day, and I want to spend these many hours with my daughter, but I also want to be here, and I also want to make sure I pack, and then I
Yeah.
also want to make sure I meet my husband and my mom and do all those things. So I think the only way beyond it is through it. You have to train your mind every single morning. I wake up with it. I go to bed with guilt. But at the end of the day, I think I'm also very ambitious, Barkha. I like my work. I love my work.
And I also love that you said in a happy way, I'm also very ambitious
I am.
with zero apology.
Absolutely. I have a lot of ambition for not just my work, but even for the kind of life I want to give my daughter and the kind of relationship that I want with my husband and my parents. So I think that keeping all of these things in mind is very important to keep training yourself. I keep saying, like, self-confidence is like brushing your teeth every morning. Similarly, I think in so many ways, talking yourself out of that guilt is a way of just getting up and doing it like an exercise every single day. I can't say that I have it down pat every single day, but most days I do try and work my way around it. The thing is, like small things, like I make sure I never check the baby camera when I'm at work.
You do not check
I don't.
it?
No, I don't.
Wow.
It's a rule. It's a rule that I've set for myself. Nobody told me to. I just decided that my work is my first baby. It deserves 100% of my attention. Yeah.
I think we can clap louder. When you agree with something, you can show love. Yes.
So it is my first baby, and why should that baby suffer because I've had another baby? Similarly, when I'm with my baby, I will not pick up my phone.
Really?
Never. Anything can be going wrong, and I will not entertain work. I will not entertain Instagram. I'm with my baby at that time.
So, just before I come to Dr. Nauzer, I guess that's possible in some professions, but not all professions. You think that's true? Like, I mean, the soldier who is sitting here, I can't say that to her. She has to, do it differently. A doctor may not be able to. So I guess what I'm trying to ask is, it's a very personal journey. Everybody has to find their own navigation.
Barkha, it's also a privilege.
It is.
It is. And I have to
Absolutely.
admit that because I'm the founder of my own business, I can say that I pick my pace of work. I pick up when I can answer someone, when I can address a query, when I can be completely with my baby or completely be at work. I think it's also juggling priorities. Some days my baby needs me more, so my baby will have me more.
Yeah.
Some days my work needs me more, so my work will get more of me. So, but again, I can pick that pace because I'm my own boss.
Yeah.
And it's my privilege, which I'm very aware of. But at the same time, I don't know how, like you said, the lady who's in the army does it. I don't know how women who have to... My accountant is my biggest role model, by the way. Let me tell you. She delivered her baby, and within 30 minutes, she's asked me for an OTP. I don't know how.
No.
Yes, to complete a payment. And she was back on her feet in 48 hours in my house signing checks. I was like, this is amazing. And she cooks, she cleans.
Yeah.
And her husband works from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Wow.
And she takes care of the baby and she works. And I've given her the flexibility to come in when she can. But I think as business owners, as people who have that privilege, it's our job to extend that privilege as much as possible to others.
And also socioeconomic privilege, right? I mean, I think of women who carry their babies to construction sites, because they don't have anybody to leave them with. In India, we still have care. We have nannies. We have help. You look at the Western countries, they struggle because there is no daycare. Women fall out of the workforce because they just simply don't know, Dr. Nauzer, where to leave their children. I want to ask you, you're obviously Masaba's calming voice, and I know you're the calming voice for so many other people that we've met, famous and non-famous. What is the most common thing new moms go through that you think we don't talk often enough about?
So it's lovely we are talking about this, and Masaba is here. I once, years ago, saw a talk show by Oprah. And that talk show was about women telling her that nobody told us the truth. Nobody told us how difficult it would be. If someone had told us, we would be better prepared for it. So the first thing is, when you have just given birth, there are many things happening in your life. Dramatic hormone changes. Suddenly your hormones are all going down after being high in pregnancy. The second is your situation, your anxiety. How am I going to manage it? Every woman is going to have that anxiety. And that's where we probably have to support the woman with strategies. Now, what you asked, Masaba, valid for all women, but there are certain commonalities which can help them, particularly since we are privileged to be living in India. And I'm talking about a lot of women in India who come from maybe the middle class. There are support systems. And I will always tell a woman, it takes a village to raise a child. Take advantage of the village. A new mom wants to try and do everything herself.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to give up even a moment. That is not sustainable. So that I say, use the village. Be kind to yourself. There can't be guilt. Unless you're doing things for yourself and you're happy, you're not going to be able to do what
useful for anyone else.
this thing about our country of keeping women locked up for 40 days has to stop, because that is a recipe for postpartum blues and depression. I mean, just imagine being locked away for 40 days.
What do you mean locked away for 40
Oh, so in our culture tradition, women don't step out for 40 days because they didn't in the past. Now a woman 2 generations ago and today's women, she has to get out. She has to go out. I always say you get out for 1 hour every day for good behavior, and then you go back behind the bars. And I also want them that for the first 3 months, you love your